Go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube.
Back talk, talk back,
Back talk.
talk back,
Back talk.
talk back,
Back talk.
back talk.
Back
I say, put your listening ears on and your antennas up. We're gonna try this again. When I say talk back,
Back talk.
talk back,
Back talk.
talk back,
Back talk.
back talk.
Talk back.
All right now. All right. I have a board going around. If you're performing, if you're not performing, please sign in. It's going around, please sign in. So I can call you up. Next, I'm gonna bring to the mic King David. Talk back.
Back talk.
All right.
What's going on, Tea Posh family?
All right.
Yeah. That don't feel like anniversary energy to me. This is an anniversary, a 1 year anniversary. Now, I worked 14 hours on my job driving the truck, and I stayed awake. Got off from work and went and got 2 hours of sleep, and I woke up and I said, Tea Posh on everything!
Tea Posh on everything.
Because I knew it was Tea Posh anniversary. So I said, I'm going to represent for Tea Posh. I did a live all the way from my house to Tea Posh. You go on Facebook and watch. I live in Ocean Way. We talking about 40 minutes. Just me and Tea Posh talking to the people. You see what I'm saying? So I'm here to turn up for Tea Posh tonight. We turn up for everything else. But we got a melanated business by a goddess in the hood that's still thriving. After 1 year, it make me feel gangster. And I ain't even open this place up. I got my little baby dreads. And when I shake, you feel them on your head, right? Because I was just about to cut it bald, because everybody else is bald by default. They just go, right? So, and most of these people, 10 years, they younger than me. But I got a head full of hair. You know what I'm saying? Probably because of the way I eat and the lifestyle and the discipline, you know what I'm saying? But they don't want to look at that. They want to laugh at me and make fun of that. But I got a head full of hair. And I was about to cut it off because I was like, you know, you don't need to be looking different. Just blend in, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, I ain't never had no locks. Okay, I just started. You gave me the light that early? I just got started. Woo! Yeah, they're going to have to run me off here tonight because this is an anniversary. And I wasn't here when they opened in February last year. I came, I think, around June. But I'm here now. I'm here now. What you going to do with me? What you gonna do with me? I'm acting like gangsta up in this piece, dog. You know what I'm saying? I know how to get hood when I gotta get hood, dog. I ain't no real gangster though. I run. Go back to my gated community, got my cameras up, I'll be watching y'all. Cause I tried to go back to the hood where I'm from. I grew up on Cleveland Road and Catanga Drive. How many of y'all know about that? 4294 Catanga Drive, that story coming to a store near you. Right in between Washington Heights and Cleveland on. So I know where the hood is at. I just don't go there because I don't belong there. I stay where I'm supposed to be. You got to learn to respect yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Best thing you can do is be honest to yourself. I know a lot of it got to do with my semen retention I've been doing. I'm on day 45. I know a lot got to do with that because I've been transmutating that energy. See, some people that sit here very today, they got on me about it, and I was in the audience. I was like, I ain't holding nothing. I'm a boss. You know, and then I went and did the research. I did the research and I said, oh Lord, I need to change some things. Because I got some stuff I need to accomplish, like a book, movie, stuff like that. So it's worth the sacrifice. People gonna laugh at you. But when they laugh at you, that's when your glory is coming. You feel me? I ain't even know I was gonna be preaching like that. That's when your glory is coming, when they laugh at you and they pick at you. You know what I'm saying? Because that day coming when you're going to shine bright as a diamond. You understand me? And then they're going to have to be like, oh man, look at him, man, look at him. But you can do it too. It just take a little discipline. It's out here for everybody. Right here in the streets of Tea Posh is where I turned into a semen retention gangster. Can't nobody hold the semen like I hold the semen. You heard me? I don't care who done did it. Ain't none of them gonna do it like I do it. 100 days, baby, I'm coming. I got 45 in the bag. Ain't more about 60 something more to go. When that 100 day come, I'm going to bust. In the name of the Lord. No, man, but what had happened was I got my mentor too slick. See, I didn't even, 4 or 5 years ago, I was real ignorant. You know, when I tell people I graduated high school with 1.8, that ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? And most of my life was lower than that GPA. You understand me? I didn't even know we supposed to have mentors. I didn't even know the word until I was 40-something plus years old. And I'm like, dang, well, why I never had a mentor? You ever felt like you missed out on everything in life and nobody pulled your shirt or your coattail? Like, I should have been doing stand-up comedy, but nobody told me. I had to stumble on it myself. You see what I'm saying? I think some people, because we've been conditioned, they see the light in you, they see the potential in you, but because they ain't got it in themselves, they don't want to come to you and make that suggestion. I could be wrong, but we've been conditioned in a bad way. So I ain't gonna go on too much on that. I found my iPhone, and it was with Sprint, and y'all know Sprint sabotaged these iPhones so the battery would run down. So I done switched over to Android because, you know, my classmate, he all stunt with his Android all in my face, showing me the photos and the video and, you know, acting like I can't afford an Android. You see what I'm saying? I come from lower middle class now. I know how to do a balance transfer and get whatever the hell I want. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm one balance transfer away from disaster. You know what I'm saying? I'm humble. I keep myself, I'm one balance transfer away from disaster. And I know that. If it ain't the right interest rate, it could all be over right now. I'm speaking to you from the senior retention community right now. But I found my iPhone, right? And I got 2 poems on here because I be in a lot of poet settings. And I said I want to respect the platform. These 2 poems I wrote on the subway up in New York when I was on vacation. And these 2 poems are fire. And I'm going to read them for you real quick. I read them before in a different environment. An environment where there was alcohol and people was in their lower nature. So they couldn't feel my stuff. They were like, man, go somewhere with that Malcolm X stuff, man. But that's where my heart was. Why you won't let me live my heart? Just because I don't do the same things you do, don't stop my growth. You feel me? You got to know who you're around. Like-minded people. People with good energy. People that want to build. You got to be in the right environment so you can grow. That's just like a plant. Oh, I didn't even know I put the people. They just came to me. Plant in the right soil, gonna grow the right way. But we gonna have the real pastors of Duval. Yeah. Right? Now, we gonna talk to them about creating jobs in the community, all the stuff these churches should be doing. Now, we can't do it, but we can talk about doing it. Because see, we gonna challenge them in a funny way. You understand what I'm saying? And it's all to provoke thought. That's all it is. But let me get to these poems. And y'all bear with me because I wrote these August 2017. And I might get caught up in the spirit when I start reading it. Because I was at a certain place at a certain time. When you go up on that subway up north in New York, you see some strange and crazy things. You know what I'm saying? And you got to slow down and you got to observe life. Because them people up there crazy 100 miles an hour. Y'all think I'm crazy. Them people crazy 100 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? And my pineal gland is clean. Is your pineal gland clean? I had to do that on the anniversary of Tea Posh. I'm going to do the first one. The first one is called Makeup. Makeup. Every day my people put on makeup. And that's okay if you are trying to achieve a certain look or a certain energy or a certain feel. You see, the problem lies when we forget that it isn't real. Sometimes you just watch people put it on with such precision. It's like they was born with this natural artificial look. Yes, I thought of this while I was riding on the subway and watching others, but the analogy applies to my sisters and my brothers. Now we can continue to blame our fathers and our mothers, but one day we're going to discover that the makeup problem is ours and we can't blame others. That was makeup, y'all. Look at that. 2017. Holla at me. I'm coming.
3 a.m. in the morning, the phone rang. It was around 10, I finally settled in, relaxed my mind from my daily hustle and grind. Gave thanks to the good Lord Laid in the dark, turned my music on and began to unwind as Kim Ledisi and Selena Johnson sung me a few sweet lullabies. Into a twilight I drifted, then shifted until I was preoccupied with a dream that seemed so real. Oh yeah, this was gonna be a testifier. Then I had an interruption that almost gave a concussion with one eye open and one eye closed. I peeked at the clock, quickly called a tube, ready to become rude. 3 a.m. in the morning, the phone rings. Who could this be? My sleepy deep voice sings. For about 3 seconds, my heart stopped and dropped. My mind could no longer process the thought. My head was tight as if it was gonna pop. My emotions took a journey to Bipolar Avenue, Panic Boulevard, and finally to Calm Down Road before I said, hello. Huh? What? No. When? I'm on the way. I just found out my little sister just gave birth to an 8-pound, 10-ounce mister. I had to hurry off the phone because to this family, a new king was born. And Auntie Too Slick will crown him and guide him to his throne. 3 a.m. in the morning, the phone rings. All right, Mr. Watt, come bless the mic. Let's welcome Mr. Watt. Mr. Watt.
Yeah. Black. I got to go in.
How we doing tonight?
Right.
All right. Hey, this is my first time here at the Tea Posh.
Tea Posh.
Good friend of mine, Miss Alicia, invited me here. Said you were doing some spoken word, but she's been trying to get me to try these mushrooms. Positioning. She's been trying to get me to try these mushrooms, and I think I'm going to come back maybe one day and try them just for her. How's that? All right. So look, I love poetry. I love people, and to be perfectly honest with you, I love my people, my black folk.
Yeah, man, you too. We love you.
I love all kinds, socially conscious poetry, all the different genres, but I really love two specific genres. One is self-awareness of my Nubian queens. I just love it. My mother just instilled that in me. You know, I had a strong black woman that raised me by herself, and it just meant a lot to me. I hated all the things she put me through. But as I got older, I saw that all that was necessary. And it's not easy for a single mother to raise a young black son. So now that I've grown and I've learned some of the things that she was trying to teach me, I appreciate her even the more. So I'm going to dedicate this first one. It's called Beholding Beauty. My sister, your beauty is beyond comprehension. Now, not that I have any problems defining beauty, but my queen, as I gaze upon you, words of description in my mind seem to escape, and spoken words from my mouth can't quite articulate. So my Nubian queen, how does one describe your beauty? Well, how does one describe the hue of your melanin-infused, beautiful black skin, my sister? And how does one describe how the radiance and lineage of African queens emanates from the very continents of your beautiful face, black woman? Tell me, how does one describe that warm, deep love that flows from your soul through those elliptical ebony eyes? And tell me this, how does one describe how that line so strong yet subtle of your chin, and how those lines ascend up to your Afrocentrically high cheekbones? No, my sister, your beauty is beyond description. But what I can do is I can behold your beauty. See, educated folks say that the word behold means to gaze upon, to gain perception through sight. And my sister, as I gaze upon you, I find myself not wanting to try and comprehend or understand your beauty. I find myself wanting to know and understand your needs, wanting to feel your emotions, wanting to apperceive those things that make you laugh and make you smile. By beholding your beauty, I'll learn to discern the difference between those things that bring you joy and those things that cause you pain. I'll learn to understand the complexities of you, and learn to fall in love with that deeper part of you that can't be seen but can only be experienced. Black woman, woman of color, Nubian queen, I've come to learn that one thing is true. A brother can learn how to love by just beholding you. Beholding beauty, Brother Young. I love y'all tonight. All right? Gotta do one more. I'm a sensual brother, and I love sensual poetry. So I'm going to give, listen, brothers, I love my black women. All right? So sometimes, you know, as you're, I tend to, it seems like I'm talking to my sisters. But sometimes with sensual poetry, I'm just setting you up for later on. You know, and I try to tell them, I'm just setting you up for later on. I'm just trying to set you up. All right? So this one is called Elevated Vibe. My sister, you elevate my vibe. From what's inside your heart and your mind, it flows like a stream to mine. Every time I'm in your presence, I experience a consciousness of happiness, no joy. You're my prescription for laughter, no glee. You elevate the vibe in me. Though innate, it's enhanced by your gait. Yes, that's the way you walk. To be more clear, the way you talk, the way you simply hold my hand even elevates my senses, and oh my goodness. The way you hug me so tight and squeeze, child, please, my knees become unsteady, but my loins already ready to explore deep down into your presence. But first, your authentication, proved valid by your lubrication, brought on by the duplication of me continuously. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this rated PG? Please forgive me, my new
Don't mess up my semen retention.
Please forgive me, my new being queen. But y'all know what I mean. You are beautiful, you're loving, and you are sexy. I call those qualities the trifecta. Only a fool would try to correct you, but if they tried, I'd have to question. Isn't it insanity trying to correct perfection? You see, when God created you, he was thinking of me. He did it before with Adam, y'all remember Eve? But this time, there's no tree. Just the elevated vibe of you and me. I gain strength from you, you gain strength from me. Side by side, we create a strong we. So allow me to acquire some Queen Helene oil, or maybe just slightly warm it up. And then drip it slowly down your back to your gluteus maximus. And then with my strong yet soft hands, let me rub it all around from the top of your shoulders to south of downtown. Ah, yes, downtown, AKA kitty cat. Well, let me finish up with the oil. We'll get back to that. Excuse me? Yeah. You say you can't wait. Well, I can relate. So let me go straight to your precious gate. Let me investigate that lace fabric that you put on to wear. My investigation uncovers you don't need any warm oil there. So soft and sweet and warm inside. Another one of your qualities is your ride or die. So just slide on into this elevated vibe. Oh yes, absolutely. We can start out slow. Then your body will dictate the pace we go, just as long as you know that I control the fast or slow. I'll take you where you need to go, but all you really need to know is I'm sorry, is this rated PG? Please forgive me. No disrespect intended, my Nubian queens, but y'all know what I mean. Alright. You'll cry out, ooh baby, I'll say yes, my sweet, and then somewhere along the line, at the same time our ecstasies meet, boom, explosion, orgasm. Mission complete. Then I'll ask you, looking in your eyes, was it good, my sweet? Do you need me to help you uncurl the toes on your feet? You'll reply, oh baby, your love is complete. And a hot comb couldn't uncurl the toes on my feet. What I really need you to do is just leave me be. You got my body all trembling. I need to get control of me. But when I do, you'll clearly see. Because I'll be ready for round 2 and begging for round 3. Hey. God bless y'all. Love y'all tonight. Congratulations on that first anniversary.
Okay, Travel Lite's coming up next. And he's going to just start the vibe and go from there.
And the hand you've been given must be dealt with. Cause the life you've been living must be felt. If you wanted to help you gotta help it. Wanna be blessed, then be a blessing. Wanna live long, it's not that stressing. Yeah, they got to see you fail, that's why they testing. Each one teach one, now learn your lesson. Your soul's survivors, you cannot drown us. We'll fight back every time this life provides. The spirit of a king is deep inside you. The beauty of a queen is wrapped around you. So hold on tight and never let go of the dream. Yeah, hold on tight and never let go of you being. Cause you are what you say that you are. So be a star and shine out on those in the dark. You gotta look within if you expect to win. Cause only you and God knows what's beneath the skin. The stronger than you know, to live heavy loads. So all those doubts you have inside, you need to let them go. Go ahead and fight the fight. Go ahead and earn the stripes. Cause you a dead man walking if you ain't living life. You gotta take the steps. You gotta push yourself. You gotta give it up until there's nothing left. And when you're dead and gone, you place to will live on. Sometimes you leave a mark. You gotta stand alone. And when that pressure's on, you better stay strong. Don't you dare fall back to show your backbone. Everybody gets a chance in this world to be a pearl. So don't be a squirrel and go nuts. And you bet not, girl, you need guts. Just believe in yourself, it's called trust. Cause time is not on your side, you see. You gotta take advantage of every breath you breathe. So don't hold your breath waiting on death to come. Instead, let your light shine brighter than the sun. You can be what you see in your mind if you just take the time. Stick to the grind and you'll find that life is worthwhile, and even a child can reach out for the crown and sit on the throne and make you bow down. The power inside is greater than 5,000 mummies controlled by the money. My dome is my home and I don't want no company. Can't take nothing from me, but I give all I have. Cause my gifts are not for me, so they come with my neck. And I'm supposed to share them with all of my lads. The good and the bad. So see another bad. From me to you. Thank you.
All right, we on point. I'm gonna bring David back for his second poem, and after David, Lundy's after David.
Y'all give it up one more time for Too Slick, the MC host for tonight. Give it up for Tyre, the God is just sitting over there soaking it all in for Tea Posh 1 year anniversary. Yeah, Tea Posh, here y'all. Oh yeah, we got to be turned up with energy. We got to be turned up with energy for the ancestors and for Tyresha and her staff. Give it up for the staff of Tea Posh. I ain't mentioned them all night. They've been making new meals. All time she made pepper steak tonight. The God is over there. My God is right here. Nigel. Yeah. And our chef, Chantel. I know I messed that name up a long time. She used to be getting mad. Look, if I mess your name up, it's whatever I messed it up as. We change the name. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, hey, these co-owners, these co-owners in the building, man, they making Tea Posh what it is. We thank you, co-owners, because we are nothing without you. Don't think that we don't honor you just because I don't mention you from time to time. You are a major factor in my life. All positive people are a major factor in my life. If you are negative, I don't give a damn about you. Or your mama. No, I'm just saying. Remember when we used to do your mama jokes? I know I'm supposed to be reading that poem. Let me get to it. See, laughter adds years to your life. See what I'm saying? When you're angry and mad and, well, you don't talk, all that fake gangster stuff, and you don't own no gas station, no grocery store, sit down somewhere. You don't own that. Shut up. That's the way I be on the inside. I don't really say that to the real gangster, but that's how I be on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't tell them they ain't hard. They don't own nothing, but they hard as I don't know what, right? Okay. Yeah. This is my last poem of the night. Like I said, I wrote this August 2017 up there in Brooklyn, New York, on the subway. When I first went to New York, I got her and do my poem because they kicked me off the stage. I used to drive everywhere, but you quickly learn up in New York, you don't need to drive because you got to drive like a maniac out of hell. Your nerves go bad. You're like, what the hell? And then you got to be gangster when you driving up there. I was in a Prius. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't respect you in a Prius. I'm just letting you know if you drive a Prius. So I started riding the subway, and that give you a chance to think and write stuff down. So this was in August 2017. This is my second poem of the night. And I was reading it earlier here because I had lost my phone. You ever hide something from yourself in your house and then you can't find it? 4 or 5 years go by and you be like, Lord, please give me a vision. Let me know where I hid it. I got a Sony camera somewhere that I don't know where I hid it for myself. Because see, when I go on vacation, I hide stuff I think people gonna break in and steal. See, when you grew up stealing for people, you know it's gonna come back around. And I used to steal a lot. I like stealing, get high when I steal. I didn't steal out the stores, I stole from people. See, that's the best place to steal. I stole out the store one time. And my daddy beat the hell out of me. He, with his fist, knocked me all through the closet. I said, I ain't gonna never steal from the store again. I just steal from people. You see what I'm saying? I got smarter. I got smart as I got older. Anyway, bitch, let me hurry up and get this thing before they kick me out of here. My second poem of the night. Ooh, and I don't know what place I was in, but it was a beautiful place. Second poem of the night is, I don't even know if it got a title, but it's about America. So, America, the red, the white, and the blue, because they don't speak black. First of all, I served America. That has never served me. I want to call it a country. No, I won't call it a country because that would be silly. A corporation is all it is, was, and ever could be. But it never speaks black, so how could it represent me? It has multiple stripes for the world to see, but it covers up all the injustice black blood it spills in the streets. Don't ask me if I'm patriotic, because I tell you what I be. A complete system of justice is what matters to me. So keep your fake tears, false compassion for years. Sooner or later, everyone will wake up to all this false fears. But from here, you and those stripes know where I stand. You may keep us silent, but you will never stop the power of a true black man. I hope I didn't chop that up too much for y'all. You see, when I committed the memory, then I can really deliver it. But the first step is writing it down and making it a reality. So I will be back, understand that, on the poetry realm. I'm on the poetry realm. See, comedy is a different realm. I can do that in my sleep. But poetry, I got to come in the flesh and speak to y'all. Reach through my spirit and bring my feelings to y'all. Tea Posh Naturals. Holla at me.
Let's snap him up. Let's snap David up. Snap him up. Snap him up. All right, back tall. Talk back. I say back tall. Talk back. Talk back. Back tall. All right, all right, all right. Okay, next, Lundy.
Yeah.
Come. Let's welcome him. Let's welcome him. Let's welcome him. Woo!
Alright, I hope everybody well. I'm just gonna perform poetry and then get out the way. Alright, cool. One poem. Let's see. You are beautiful. Don't listen to the ones that say otherwise. Your beauty resides in a place that's never been exposed to their eyes. A place that resides on top of a high mountain hidden deep inside the crevices of a cave. Guarding the mouth of this cave are sharp shards of your big broken heart, hanging off a chain made of broken promises, quickly swinging back and forth, ready to destroy any man who gets too close. Guarding the mouth of the cave are a lack of trust, anger, skepticism, ready to destroy those who are not ready to give you the most. The men who say you are not beautiful were never able to reach this point, were never able to reach the top, were never willing to wage battle for your heart. On the mountain, a few got halfway and stopped. Most just stood at the foot of the mountain, too afraid of the rock. So at the foot is where they perished and flopped. As I stood at the base of the mountain, on a mountain of their bones, something told me that you are worth fighting for, that there is more. So I started to climb. Along the way, I nearly slipped to my death on the skeletons of men who did not make it halfway. I almost lost my balance on their remains. Their skeletons were covered with thick stains of lies, stupidity. That was the end of them, but I refused to let it be the end of me. I continued to climb, motivated by the wonders that I was about to see. My steps were carefully planned. I watched where I stepped and where I placed my hands. When I finally reached the top, I found myself face to face with the anger you still hold on to, the past things that you've been through. They were not quick to let me through, and a war started to wage between me and them. But when they saw how I backed up my promises with action, they quickly backed up off me and fell out the way. But still, your big broken heart was in the way. It continued to swing back and forth on that pendulum made of broken promises. I tried to run past it, and it almost took me out. So I took you out to show you what a gentleman is about. The men who perished at the foot of the mountain wanted to go straight to your house, sit on your couch, feel on your body, not so concerned about what comes out your mouth. So I took you out to show you that gentlemen are not extinct. As the world would want you to believe, we are still here, holding our ground like Spartans. When you saw how I held my ground, your broken heart quickly reassembled and became whole. The pendulum slowed down until it came to a stop. I ran past it, and there it was, what most men don't see, illuminating inside of the cave in all its glory. It was more precious than what lies between your thighs, how high your breast rise and your booty size. It dwells in a place that your eyeshadow cannot taint, in a region your lipstick can't cover, in an area your makeup mirror is liable to shatter. But they don't know, because they never been to the mountaintop. Many perished at the bottom, some reached halfway and stopped. So don't take their words to heart. You are art, crafted by the hands of God, molded into greatness, painted into magic, written into a symphony. You are Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata, played very slowly. You are chariots of fire. You are a choir, standing on the beach, staring off into the horizon and singing, because God is listening. Your beauty is an exotic beast pacing inside the gates of heaven, and I can see its hunger in your eyes. I can hear the way it growls when you talk, the way it prowls when you walk, and I can feel its bite every time we kiss. You are beautiful, so don't take their words to heart. You are art. They haven't even reached the mountaintop to know that it exists.
Yeah! More fire, more fire, more fire.
Yeah, so I can do one more if you want. I don't know if they're allowed. I don't know. But okay, all right, cool. So I'm gonna just say this. My name is Lundy. I'm a spoken word artist, published author. I'm also the founder of an organization called A Right to Change Youth Movement. Where I just go into schools wherever they at. I teach them how to write effectively as well as performance skills. So basically, just teach them spoken word. All right. So please support that. Got CDs on deck. CDs got a total of 10 tracks of poems on there. No profanity, no vulgar language. My CDs are anywhere from $10 to about $1,000 if you got it. I accept PayPal, debit card, Cash App. The only things I don't accept is post-dated checks, EBT, and bottle cash. Appreciate it. All right, so let's do this last one and get out the way. So my brother did that joint. Let me do this joint right here. All right, cool. I've been losing my mind for 4 years. Every morning since the day you left, I reach hungrily for my cell phone, thinking by some miracle I would still get that good morning text from you. I don't go out as much as I used to, and my bedroom became an insane asylum where I used my fingernails to etch the date of when I first met you into the walls over and over again, hoping that you could see my ability to focus on one thing and that you would come running into my life again. I've been thrown into the back of a cop car time and time again, because over the period of 4 years, I trashed hundreds of stores, knocking things over because none of the clocks they sold could turn me back in time so that I could reverse your tears. If I can go back in time, I would go back to the year 2008. It's 11 a.m. Wednesday morning. On the floor next to the bed, there is a condom wrapper, a pen, and a few sheets of paper. Back on the bed, there is 2 people wide awake, me and a woman that is not you. After a minute or two, I know, the whole scene starts to progress. We both close our eyes back up as if we were trying to get more rest. During the night, there is a lot of rolling back and forth, pulling and tugging on the bed sheets, and me waking up occasionally like, dang, she got some cold behind feet. The time is now 5 a.m. and neither one of us are moving. It remains that way until the hours of 3 and 4 when the blanket on our back starts shifting. I get up, pull the blanket off my body, and backwards I stagger, as if my legs were sore, out of the bedroom on the other side of the bedroom door. A few seconds later, there is a sound of rusty hinges and a toilet flush. I can now hear my footsteps getting closer to the bedroom. I walk in, and my energy level is not much. And my soldier just came from more, so it's barely standing up. The condom is filled with semen. The woman turns over from a finished position and spreads her legs open. I climb back onto the bed, place myself between her thighs, and before I dive in, there is a reversed ejaculation. I'm going in and out of a now easy penetration. I'm talking a whole lot of smack. Like, baby girl, do you feel the sensation? The thrusting goes from fast to slow. It goes from wanting her back to blow and trying to see her curl her toes too. I better take this slow because it's way too early to let my load go. The time is now 1 a.m. and before we started to go, I detached myself from her as if I was saying, this is wrong, I've got to go. I take the condom off. She closed her leg shut. The condom wrapper elevates off of the ground into my hands. I place the condom into the wrapper. The wrapper reseals itself back up. She says, okay, let's do this. Now that you got it up, I take the condom, put it back onto the dresser. I move closer to kiss and caress her. I go from touching her thighs and her breasts and licking on her flesh to now moving fast and working hard to put her bra back on to cover her chest. By this time, my room is already a mess. Clothes are everywhere. Pens and paper are on the floor from being knocked off of my work desk. We both fall to the floor while kissing some more, and then my room starts to look like a scene from the Twilight Zone. Her clothes start floating up from the ground and flying off of my bookshelves. My clothes are flying towards me as we both start to reclothe ourselves. We both get up off the ground, put the rest of our clothes on. From the ground, we move towards the wall of my room. By this time, I've already got a hard on. We both get up off the wall, land on my work desk, took our hands off each other. The pens and paper that were knocked to the floor earlier quickly reclaimed their place on my desk next to a black folder. We both make our way out of the bedroom, make our way out of the apartment. I take my keys out of my pockets. I try to open the front door, and it's a pitiful attempt because at the same time, I've got my arms around her, whispering things into her ears that are not meant. I take my keys I put her back into my pocket, and this time I don't say a word. I walked her back to her car. I watched her get in, and this time I don't say a word. It's Tuesday night. 11:59 is the time. Both cars start. First hers and then mine. Now we're weaving in and out of traffic. Backwards, we are weaving in and out of traffic. It looks like I'm no longer thinking with the wrong head, that I'm now using logic. So when me and this woman get back to that empty parking lot, I'm going to look at her and say, no, we can't exchange numbers and you can't come back to my spot. I'm going to watch as she looks at me crazy. Watch as she walks away from me, and watch me not looking at her because I'd be too busy thinking about you. If somebody told me that I could turn back the hands of time, I would, just so I can watch myself. I said this time I would drive straight to you. Once again, please get the CDs, just 10, anywhere from 10, whatever you feel like you can, just to support the movement. Like I said, PayPal, debit card, Cash App. You know, I'm really out here for real, trying to get these kids right for the future. You know, cats like me, I'm getting older, I ain't gonna be able to do this forever, so I gotta pass on the torch. Y'all be blessed.
All right, let's give it up. Let's give it up. Snap, snap, snap. Snap, snap, snap. Tea time, tea time, tea time. Come to the stage. Let's welcome him. Let's welcome him. Yes.
Shout out Tea Posh. 1 year anniversary. What y'all say, Tea Posh on everything?
Tea Posh on everything.
So me, I just be writing, man. I write what's on my mind. I don't even be trying to write, the stuff I write about, but it just come out. So this right here, this little piece I'm doing, I'm actually trying to make a little personal video to it. It's called Change Our Minds. So I'm really trying to, like David said, sometimes you gotta stir the pot to start the conversation, you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing 2 poems. One gonna stir the pot a little bit, the other gonna shake the pot up and turn it upside down probably on somebody. But we gonna get started with this one, Change Our Minds.
Yeah.
I made this beat too. I produced it, everything. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. It's a voiceover.
Racism is only an issue because we still talk about it in all the wrong ways. Have you ever had a racism conversation with someone of a different race? Even the most level-headed person will lose their cool after valid points are given in a long enough conversation. Let's let racism go. If you can, don't speak on it. If in a situation, just take the most righteous actions in the moment. It's hard though. As a black man, trust me, I know, easier said than done. But as a person that's hearing this from a black man, that's willing to take this angle, take this stance after experiencing racism, it will be nice for you to join me on the journey of this path less taken. You're probably wondering why. Because we need to set up a better future for our kids' kids. Also, because we're still out here tripping over something that ended more than 150 years ago. Influence at its finest. Slavery in schools is educational propaganda. They made sure to let us know this carried on for 400 plus straight years. After all, Columbus did discover America, right? Why was I taught as a child that people with my skin color lived in fear? Why was I taught that people that look like me were hunted, captured, chained, and boxed like stray dogs? For more than 400 years?
Not for 400 years, y'all.
Is it so that I can grow to hate myself? So I can learn there's no quality in humans if your skin is baked by the sun? Or
just
simply teaching this boy a lesson. Well, that's a lesson I could have done without. I don't need you teaching lessons to my kids, promoting self-doubt. Leave that in the self-educating books next to the things you don't teach us, like life and money management, how to invest in ourselves, or how about a high school graduation test on the Constitution. Instead, they taught them how people were treated like animals because they were faster and stronger with beautiful skin as smooth as leather. Teach the kids more about the Great Migration. Teach the teens how to be more than prepared for a job invitation. Look, all I'm saying is I think we should take slavery out of the school books because it starts at the roots. I truly appreciate what my ancestors did to create a better life for me, and I really hate to hear what they had to go through. But to have a brighter future for the community placed in the shadows, we just might have to let go. They say no pain, no gain. Well, we have no pain. Now it's time for us to gain. We gotta change our minds to change the times. T.
Appreciate y'all. Let's change our minds. Like I say, sometimes things gotta be different. Everybody say things gotta be different. You gotta start somewhere, bro. Like right now, what we doing out here in these streets, talking about the police doing this, police doing that. We ain't gonna change. It ain't nothing gonna change for our generation. We gotta do it for people coming up for us. You know what I'm saying? Up under us. So I mean, that's basically what I want to say. Say with that. We gotta change it for the future. We gotta make sacrifices at the end of the day. All right. So this one, I ain't even gonna use no mic for this one because it's kind of. All right. So this one is called DGWL. So I got a statement for this one. Sometimes, like I say, you gotta shake out the pot, to get some stuff started. A lot of people gonna hear this, they ain't gonna like it. They really, really, really ain't gonna like it. But I wrote it, so I'm gonna do it. It's only my second time ever doing this, and it's an interesting poem.
Shake up the pot.
Shake up the pot.
Shake it up. Give a conversation.
All right. So this one's called. We gonna talk about it. Dear Gay White Man.
Ashe!
All right. So with this one, it's not a hate piece, but sometimes you got to go to the extreme so they can know what you mean. Dear gay white man, don't nobody give a fuck about you, about your life. Don't nobody care how you eat, how you breathe, how you sleep, how you shit, how you wipe your ass. I don't give a fuck about none of that with your faggot ass. No, I know what y'all thinking. I'm not against gay people. I'm not a homophobe. I got some real homies that's gay. And they're my homies though. But dear gay white man, don't nobody give a fuck which bathroom you want to use. You can't go in there just because you wear the shoes. Don't nobody care that you got a family and bills to pay. America doesn't care if you weren't always gay. Oh, you got rights. You thought you did because you're white. Nobody give a fuck about that shit unless you went from Bruce to Caitlyn. But even then, America's still gonna be hating. Don't nobody see, you just like me. You might as well be black. Because see, I've been treated all these same ways. And all I did was be born with some color on my face. Oftentimes, it feels like don't nobody care about me except the ones that look and struggle like me. But dear gay white man, I bet you think this poem is about you. It ain't. Truthfully, this ain't for you. This is a poem for my people. So I had to hit you with this impassioned delivery so you get a small taste of how it feels when we're treated unequal. We're all the same. Black, white, straight, gay. So stop spreading thoughts and acts of evil. Because see, right now, I'm just giving you a little message so you can run and tell your people. Because we can't keep hoping things change by going to pray at the cathedral. Something's got to give soon, or a civil war is coming. And I don't think the racist people ready for a sequel. Tea.
Hey, nobody give a fuck about you.
Give it up for tea time. Give it up for tea time. Yeah, everybody listen. You stirred the pot, didn't you? You stirred the pot, didn't you? All right, next we have up B-Son.
Son.
Y'all try not to record me because I might mess up. I ain't as good as a lot of these artists, man. I just really enjoy it. No, I don't need the mic. Can y'all hear me clearly in the back a little bit? Yes, sir. You hear me, brother? Yeah. I'm gonna say it like this. How I'm feeling. She was peace and calm. Now, she don't take no lip. She accidentally snapped off on her boss and her co-workers got shocked when they saw her flip. The biggest weapon is our mind. That's what I was saying to her. Now she don't walk in fish, she just walk as fish. And you see, we were tongues and tongues, as I used to palm her ass. Now I find myself dodging her hooks and jabs, cause she read a text in my phone and she destroyed my pad. Came back the same night, cleaned it up and I smashed. You see, we just blinded with this sex thing, so we bound to crash. And this lady, she used to be so caring and sweet. Now she don't care no more. You can be crying on your knees and she might piss on the floor. Underneath her skull, she done flipped the bipolar. I shook her one time, then she exploded like a soda. Say it, baby, just calm down. Then she tried to run me over. Came back the same night. Posted up in a Honda with her girlfriend Yolanda. Her eyes bloodshot red. Now I got her puffing marijuana. Now she's just like me. And me, at times I got a temper that can get way out of control. But we sex so good it make my hearts be slow. Anger management, counselor, help us manage this anger. Because I never thought my household would be held in danger. You see, she was committed to my living and all willing. Now I find myself sleeping on my back because I got this paranoid feeling. We all gotta live life regretting with some shit we sin with. But arguing every day, baby, we both can't win with. Now you threaten my life. She staring me down with that devilish eye. She used to shed tears on my chest, but now she don't even cry. Sexually bonded. As we united, we became that one. And we were spirits that did it unbiblically and an evil one. A female version, but she ain't no virgin. She done turned into a version of me. I said, I hate this chick. I fell in love with what she used to be. And she's the queen on the board, but she ain't trying to say check. She cursed me out in the daytime and nightfall. This passion and mark she tried to put on my neck. In weekdays, you see, she was the one to run to when I was stressed out, and I needed the flow. Now she's impatient with my sob stories, and her tolerance level is low. And she would be nice to them dudes when they tried to holler at her, but now she just give them all the evil grin. Cause in her mind she thinks of me, and she like, fuck all men. Loves me now, then baby girl loves me not. She's sweet, then she bitter. She go from cold to hot, unbalanced and unable, unhealthy and unstable. She fight me, then she bite me. She wrong me, then she right me. She kiss me, then she diss me. She leave me, then she miss me. How could I sex you and love you? Kiss you and hug you. Turn around the next day and call you some crazy chick. And when I look up in the mirror, I'm the real crazy pick. I'm so sorry, baby. I done made you a crazy chick.
Let's snap it off for being some crazy chick.
I think we all know.
Yeah, I think we all know her or have been her. All right. Next we have up Mr. Speedy Brown. You also can follow me on Facebook, Rock the Mic With. You can also follow me on Instagram, Rock the Mic With. Every now and then I post on my personal called Red Fire. Fire Red. I don't know, y'all. Stick with Rock the Mic With. But that's where all of my poetry information That's where you get the feed on Facebook and on Instagram. Rock the mic with. And Mr. Speedy Brown, let's snap him up. Let's snap him up. Let's snap him up. Woo!
This one doesn't have a name, but it's about time.
It's about time.
It's about time. It's funny how we trade time for money for things, and in the end, the only thing we wish we had more of is time. Running a race that no one can win, a race that was made for rats to chase cheese, but we chase cheese only to show I'm doing better than you. I'm living the best life. What the hell with what you got to do? I buy these expensive things to try to cover the emptiness inside. Hell, I'm starting to believe my own lies. That I'm good. I will cut you off in a minute. When we stronger together, when alone our powers are diminished, we could together, we could be strong till the finish. But no, we rather fought fine and be critical of every blemish. Money, as soon as we get it, we spend it. And when it's buildings to buy so that we could supply our own people, empower our people. Time, the only thing we can't buy, and the thing that we can't seem to find enough of. Time and love. More powerful than all the riches in the world. But we chase the tangible instead of grasping the intangible. We see our brothers and sisters as expandable. Niggas and flies, I can't stand them both. But black people I love. Okay, and this next one is called Nigga No More.
Yeah.
We are all attention seeking. Look at me. Look what I can do. See me? See my bling? I got more than you. Always in competition with each other. Only help to be helped with subterfuge intentions. We intently listen and wonder how can we use that against them. Lynch, that nigga really put us in the pinch. Cause he's the father of niggas. Created niggas he did. With separation, we were conceived to believe all those lies. But now it's time we open our eyes. Same old plan, just been revised. Now it's televised and broadcasted and plastered on the web. That's how them niggas get in our head. Addicted to lies, addicted to likes and scrolls. They after our soul with the flash and the bling. Outdo your brother, shine brighter than he. And perms tear them down. That's what the naturals say. Likes against dislikes. The dark see this as an art of deception, misconception, the mind. When we believe fallacies for truth. Old against the young. Keep them niggas scrambling, trying to prove nothing to nobody's who could care less. This is the theory of these niggas put into practice. Disassemble. Put the nimble against the weak. Whitewash the truth. Take away their ability to think. Hide escape routes and books, because there a nigga dare not look. This is the plan of our father Lynch that got us in the pinch that we were in. I'm disowning that bastard. I'm claiming new kin, loving my skin and all that's within. Nigga, no more. Nigga, no more. Y'all call me back later.
Speedy! That's what I'm talking about.
Be there, nigga, no more, nigga, no more.
No more niggas.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
I got one more.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna bring B-Sun back up. Before I do, my co-host, Sammy Doe, we have a poem that we do together. It's called War Cleansed War. And what it's about, it was war on us. Then we cleansed ourselves mentally. We got our tunnel vision. And now it's war on them. We have performed it previously. Hopefully next month we will perform it again. I give you a little taste of it. My part on the war on us. War on us was pre-designed for our race to decline in progress, so we regress in success, which tests the stress in our DNA. You see, this was not by accident. This was a movement of generational genocide that coincided with conquer and divide and stressed us mentally. You see, we went from captured to chains, to strange fruit that hang, to I have a dream, to the Black Panther Party theme, to bow ties and bean pies that try to enlighten us and remove the veil from our third eye. But you see, we got caught up in the whirlwind spin, and success was determined by the color of our skin, and intellect was persuaded by our dialect if we reigned from the north or the south. We got trapped in drugs that went in a pipe or up our nose, needlepoint stains in our veins that hugged our heart and stole our soul and left us empty. That's my part. But we have, that's the war on us. And hopefully, I don't know where my co-host is right now. But anyway, she's somewhere around here. But hopefully we can give you the whole poem, War Cleanse War. So B-Song, we're going to bring you back to the stage, and Driver Lite, I'm going to let you take us on that.
Well, I want to come back too.
Who coming?
Mine short.
Okay. Well, we're going to keep it moving. All right, man.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I don't even mind this. I love the intimate, feeling. All right, y'all gotta excuse my poetry before, cause my poetry be I just give you me. Yeah. So it's just it's all real. So it's real. With that being said, sometimes my language it can be a little real, but it's just being me though. So, baby girl, I want to chill with you. I want you to take a seat by my side, and I mean, I want to feel with you. I say I'm willing to take that chance. Come on, let's grow, love, and live. But before we take it to that stage, let's make sure we both HIV negative. Because I'm going to protect my queen how I protect myself. What's all the money in the world if you ain't got good health? You see, many dudes scared to talk about this topic, so they just ignore the facts. Well, you can call me a criminal for love, baby, and I'm gonna let my poetry attack. This ain't no game that I'm running, cause I'm chasing you. I said we both can go to the clinic, baby, now I'm facing you. You said you want somebody real, right? Well, shit, tell me how real is that? We can make this a date with each other. Is you feeling that? Promiscuous in your younger days, and some women been molested. You've been through hell already, baby, so don't be scared to go get tested. And if he love you how he say, then he got his papers on deck. And if he never brought up the topic of HIV, then the way he's giving you disrespect, I say sex and all the love making. It's a beautiful blessing. I enjoy every experience when I give my lessons, but know your partner's STD status. Don't hold back no questions, because we all human, y'all. We all human, and everybody wants somebody. Fuck his job and his money, baby. Protect your body. You ain't gotta neglect your body, but just learn how to select those bodies. You see, his swagger was on point momentarily from his head to shoes. But you gotta ask him, was the needle all sterile when he got them hood tattoos? You see, we only 12.9% of the U.S. population, and 44% of the HIV cases are all black faces. And guess what? Black women are number one, so in a way our kind is being wasted. And then you got these men sleeping with men. And then this man, he switched it up and he sleeps with his lady. Then he injects it inside of her, then they make a baby. And I'm just a passionate type of guy. And I'm sorry, baby girl, if my words might seem like hate. But if you don't love black women the way I love them, then you can't relate. No need to clap, but baby girl, just get the condom and rap. Because for the topic of HIV, I ain't betting it. Because there's some down low sick brothers in the world out there spreading this shit. And it could have been easily prevented. It could have been easily prevented if you just address the matter. Weak men to get quiet and walk away and scatter. And we can take these steps together, baby, you and me. Because I'm the type that's sex hard, but at first I need my black conscience free. So before I end my conversation with no standing ovation, I hope my pure pressure words can receive some participation. Baby girl, let me know what you really want to do. Life is like chess, so if you up for my test, then I guess I'm all for you. I'm all for you.
Oh, stand up on that.
HIV negative right here. HIV negative right here. Okay, Speedy? You gonna bring, you gonna let him?
All right, now this piece right here, I need audience participation. This is called Not Me. So when I point at y'all say,
Not me. Not me.
word, okay. There are times in our life when we are not the victim but the aggressor.
Not me.
Times in our life when we were blinded by greed and our only pursuit is to feed our flesh.
Not me.
Times when we are guilty of perjury to the highest degree.
Not me.
Times when we should have minded our own business, but we instead started backbiting.
Not me.
Times we should have been quiet, but we chose to get loud and draw a crowd.
Not me.
And times when we say we don't love ourselves, but we love somebody else.
Not me.
Times we had to lapse in judgment and we went instead, but we should have stayed home.
Not me.
Times when we said today is the day I will work on my dream, but instead we chose to watch TV.
Not me. Not me.
Or the times we said we would eat better. May I take your order? Yeah, let me get that supersized double bacon with extra cheddar and fries.
Not me.
Or how about the time we seen our brother on the come up and we found ways to tear him down? Look at that clown. Who he supposed to be?
Not me.
Oh, okay. Nah, not me.
Y'all relate. We can all relate. We the first to raise our hand. Oh no, I don't do that. Not me.
I'm just telling the truth on myself.
Not me. We all guilty. We all guilty at some point. We all guilty.
Yeah.
Good time, a good time. Mr. David, you coming back up here?
Yes, David.
Tea Posh on everything. Semen retention. Semen on retention. Did I mention? It's all about prevention. He said no HIV, but that don't matter to me because I already slept with them hoe in. In Thailand, 20 years ago, you know what I'm saying? The condom broke, and the Lord blessed me. I didn't get HIV, but I was nervous as hell for them. Now, but I wrote this poem real quick, and y'all know if I say I wrote the poem, I'm lying, because my little poem's in my iPhone, so you know, it is what it is, but I wrote this in my mind about 2 minutes ago. And title of this poem is called Subscribers. We all made a decision in life for what we want to be, and I decided to be on social media, so that's where I must be. Well, they have a different format that I never knew, but because of their formats, I gotta come and beg you. It's called subscribers. I need subscribers. I got my YouTube channel and it ain't got about 90 people. I need to get my numbers up. So I need subscribers. So if you're in the building tonight, please go to my YouTube channel, David Emanuel Comedian, and subscribe to my YouTube. That's my poem.
Tell him right here. This going on YouTube.
Hey, David Emanuel Comedian on YouTube. Subscribers. I'm giving you all my personal business. I'm telling you about my semen retention. Most of them worry about, well, what about your wife? What about your wife? Why about it be in your business when you try to do something for yourself? You gotta have discipline for yourself. I ain't worried about my wife. She know me and I know her. You know what I'm saying? And she better not go give that ass to nobody while I'm doing semen retention, you feel me? But I got 24 years in the game. But check this out though, you can still do tantra sex. I learned this stuff right here in Tea Posh. So what's the purpose of me learning if I ain't gonna exercise it? I'll be like, baby, put that big ass away, because you know I'm doing my thing right now. I don't need to see your ass like that. Put no grandma drawers on. You didn't put them on. But no, I'm sharing what I'm learning, sexual transmutation, all that edging stuff, and you know the God has asked me how I've been doing. I don't like that edging shit. Let me just say, and for those of y'all who know that edging is like that beating off. I've never been a fan of beating off, okay? I think that's why God made women, you know, so we wouldn't have to do that. And you know, in the beginning, I had to tell my wife, hey, look, I can't be beaten off because you know that's a sin. And my ancestors watching me. I ain't want my mama looking down from heaven see me beaten off. See, that ain't even right. You see what I'm saying? I'm sharing all this information because I need subscribers. I ain't gonna lie about it. I need subscribers. Go to the YouTube channel and subscribe, okay? So on behalf of Tea Posh Naturals, don't you represent us with that? No. But they are having sex and polygamy talk too. And I'm gonna learn something and I'm gonna research it. And I'm not just gonna sit in the audience and say I'm gonna bust. I'm gonna bust. But I like busting. I miss busting. Yeah. Let me tell you something. I'm going to do them 100 days. But after them 100 days, I'm going to bust. And I'm going to let out a yell like, "Rah!" Just a bust like that. It's because they said men can have multiple orgasms in their body. I want to know what it's like to have an orgasm. I want to be like a woman to say, oh, I ain't never had no orgasm. You don't know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing to myself. And let me tell you something. I don't have no multiple orgasms. I haven't. I want to experience it. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you though, when you get into the research, you find out certain stuff. And I started researching the Tantra because I'm like, you know, all this building up in my balls aching. I got to find a way to relieve that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know your daughter was there. Okay, my apologies, guys. Find you a man to practice semen retention. See, that's good for the family. You like that, don't you, brother? See, I don't have no daughter, but I got a granddaughter. See what I'm saying? And she's 9 months old. 9 months old. And I'm going to be the one to teach her. I'm going to show her what to look for in a man. A lot of times we don't know what to look for. So we wind up getting hurt because we get the wrong thing. And then we get with a woman, and as men, we want to please y'all. But y'all don't really know how to tell us the science. You say, oh, you don't know what you're doing. Don't you do something different? Can't keep doing the same thing. Do something different. Don't you understand? Well, you know, because when my wife came to me, she was talking about Tantra. I said, what's Tantra? She said, oh, that's when the man don't get the, relieve himself. And your daughter over there, I said. And I said, well, I'm not doing that. I'm already making all these things. Why it always got to be on me? Right? But as I looked up the science of Tantra, it tells you every 5 minutes, the woman reaches a higher state of arousal. The first 5 minutes, she there. Second 5 minutes, she there. Third 5 minutes, she ready. You know what I'm saying? Like Tiffany had it, she ready. So you got 15 minutes that you need to drag this out. So women, we got to color these 15 minutes. So you got to do a little bit on your part. You're going to have to do some work. That right? Then the man do a little on his 5 minutes. Then on the last 5 minutes, y'all build together. Then everybody ready. See what I'm saying? The woman never knew the science to bring to us. If you take this science to your man, then he gonna know what to do and what's right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be a gangster in this thing. I'm gonna be a Tantra king. I already decided. But it's hard watching these learning videos because I normally listen to a woman and my nature start to rise. And then I got to start breathing heavy. That's how you got to breathe when that nature start building up down there because you don't want to be swollen down there. You got to breathe. So we got the yoga instructor in the house back there. I went out with her to Memorial Park. Y'all give it up for the yoga instructor back there. I learned some things out there and learned how to breathe. You're looking at a real life monk right now. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got to go off to no compound nowhere. I'm going to be a monk right here in real time. You know what I'm saying? Where your discipline at? All right, thank y'all for listening to my poem called Subscribers. Subscribers, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Please, please, thank you. Thank you, Jolie.
All right. This wraps up our open mic night. Next month, it will be held March 15th. So please come on out. Please get David some subscribers. Please.
Yeah.
Please. We have Lundy here. He has CDs, DVDs, CDs.
CDs, and you can get my book online on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. It is finished. I can give you that information. It's a memoir. It's 5% poetry, 95% narrative. So it's a good read. It took me about 5 years to write. So just to get everybody an enriching read. Bam.
How can we get your information, please? How can we get your information?
My Instagram is It Is Finished Memoir. My Facebook is Thierry Lundy, ThierRry. My last name Lundy. And that's that.